Hey everyone, do you like watching anime and love seeing a sweet, innocent character who will eventually kill everyone except their lover? Or love seeing their crazy eyes and hearing their infectious laughter? Well, look no further. I made my own series called Yandere of the Day, where I label out all the warp-minded anime characters who just wants to be with their love. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hey everyone! This is my very first episode for Yandere of the Day. And this one is going to be short. So I choose Hayase-sama from To Your Eternity. Now, you might be wondering why I chose her out of all the yanderes in the anime. Why did I choose her? So I chose her to be the very first yandere for my Yandere of the Day series because this anime literally just finished its first season. And I don't hear too many people talking about her crazy ways. Yo, she's cuckoo. Like, first let's get into the background of the anime To Your Eternity. At the beginning of the first episode, the narrator talks about an orb. It went into a rock, then a white wolf died on that rock. The orb then transferred and became the wolf. The wolf wandered around in this Arctic area and befriended a boy. The boy ended up dying. And because the wolf cared so much for him, he turns into him and goes about his journey to live and learn. This anime speaks about life, death, and I want to say it's just a masterpiece. If you haven't seen my latest video, I gave a review on this anime and how it impacts my life. Very powerful anime, very, very powerful anime. And I'll be sure to read the manga because I can't wait for season 2. So I have to read the manga. So let's introduce our yandere, Hayase. So she works from her village, but was sent to capture a little girl named March. There's a oniguma ritual in this particular village that she's from, that March is from, that they practice every year. They have to offer up an untarnished girl as a sacrifice. March was chosen as a sacrifice so that everyone else in the village could live. Hayase told March this as well. So she tells the family basically the itinerary of the day. And after a year, they give the remains to the family. March tells her she doesn't want to die and punches her on the leg numerous times. Why do I have to die? And Hayase follows her orders and follows March until her last day. Seems like she's a stable human being so far. You know, she just following orders from her boss and, you know, I guess she enjoys the job. And maybe not so much stable, but we'll get into her mental instability. When March runs away and she finds her, this is her first time seeing Fushi. But doesn't pay him any mind since he looked like an ordinary person, but later asked March about him. But when she saw Fushi walk in where March was, she becomes more curious. And curiosity kills the cat. So, but the way Fushi fought the bear, I swore it made her loins hot. How he got his head bit off and came back to life several times and then transformed to the fox, jumped up and down and bit the bear's nose off. Yo, she was impressed because she didn't know what was happening or what Fushi was. So she thought it was an act from the gods that he was meant for her to have. Later on, She has the bright idea to trick and capture them. She also wanted to do a light experiment on Fushi. Only good thing about the experiment is that he learned how to recreate stuff like the girl from My Hero. After they escaped, she pursued and chasing after them. She asked the sister to leave the dog and she'll let them go free. They all refused. And this resulted into March
losing her life.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I forgot to say.
私にできることはただ一つ。誠に申し訳ない。よかった。これで全て丸く収まるわけないでしょ。
They refused, and this resulted into March losing her life. Fushi charges after her and smacks the bear out of her with his bear paw. Her life was spared twice by him and March's sister. Later on, March's sister aimed for Hayase's head while she was trying to capture Fushi again. And then she gives the crazy look in her eyes. That's a red flag. This kind of becomes the start of her fascination, lust, whatever for Fushi. You don't see her again until later on. And she comes back crazy. She revealed that she orchestrated this whole plan of getting Fushi trapped on this island and fighting for his life just so she could be with him again. She made it so that she's the last person he has to defeat for him to be free from this island. Once he turns into March's sister, he realizes that Hayase killed her. She cut her head off, but wished she could have done more torture. She said her body was a gift to him. That's another red flag. She fixed the fight so that she could win. She's basically obsessed and trained herself the whole time so she can face him. She gave up her position as a ruler of the island just to have Fushi as a prisoner. Once she captured him, she tried to force herself on him to have sex while he was still passed out. She's not only a yandere, but a rapist. That's another red flag. And what made it even more nasty is that she looked so dirty and she kept licking his face and breathing heavy like, ugh. Basically, he was going through a sleep paralysis and couldn't get her off him. Finally, he was saved by his friend Tonari and the gang, so Hayase couldn't take advantage of him. Here comes the biggest spoiler.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
Oh my god!
鳥ではない。我が輩は猫である。
I'm sorry! 私も猫舌。
俺もそうした。引っこ抜いてくれる。
なんで？
First, I would like to say, I actually did not care for Tonari and her gang. I found them to be the most annoying bunch of people that Fushi has been with. I don't know how many times Fushi had to tell that damn girl to leave him alone, and she kept hanging around him. Tonari is the reason why her friends are dead. Yeah, I said it. She's the reason why her friends are dead. I didn't feel like crying when they died. I was like, well, that's their fault. Also, doesn't this kid look like the black version of Gon on Hunter x Hunter? Every time I see that kid, I think it's Gon. Now, I cried when the Obasan died. Pyuran. I cried. That was sad. But sad in a happy way because she was literally the only one that stayed by his side the entire journey and died of natural causes. And I just loved her. Let's get back to Hayase. She thinks that being nice to Fushi is to kill everyone close to him. Yo, her mind is warped. You want to know what a yandere sounds like? Then listen to this clip right here.
教えろ。あんたの目的は何？
ささやかな願いです。それはあなたのそばにいること。あの子たちはあなたを独占して私からあなたを奪い取ろうとしたから。はあ？あなたを愛しています。たった一晩私に身を委ねてくだされば愛を教えてあげるのに。ねえ、私を殺して私になって。私はあなたの持っている誰よりも強い。ね、魅力的でしょ？行かないで、フシ！あなたには私が必要！
俺にはもう近づくな。
フシ！
Alright, thanks everyone who tuned in on my series called Yandere of the Day. It is time for a give and take. Who is your favorite Yandere character? And do you agree that the characters that I listed is a Yandere? Leave a comment below so we can have a discuss and a little debate here. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and bye.